Alright, deep breath. Because we are about to talk about something that stresses out almost every adult on the planet tax season. And if you've ever sat in front of your computer Googling, should I use TurboTax? Do I need an accountant? Why does filing taxes feel like doing advanced calculus at midnight? This video is for you. Today, I'm breaking down how to file your taxes online, step by step. And I'll tell you exactly when TurboTax is enough, and when you absolutely need a real human accountant. Welcome back to The Wealthy Path, where we help everyday people build financial clarity, confidence, and calm. Does filing your taxes feel like a giant, scary monster hiding in your closet? You're not alone. Most of us never got a class on this in school. The rules seem to change every single year, and the fear of making a costly mistake is very real. But here's the good news. Thanks to modern technology, filing your taxes online has never been easier. And today, we're going to break it all down. I'll show you exactly when to use a tool like TurboTax, and when it's time to call in a professional accountant. By the end of this video, that tax monster will look a lot less intimidating, I promise. Let's start with the easy stuff. When is using tax software like TurboTax or H&R Block the perfect choice? For most people, this is the way to go. If your financial life is relatively simple, tax software is your best friend. What does simple mean? It means your main income comes from a W-2 form, which you get from your employer. Maybe you have one job, or you've been steadily employed throughout the year. You might be renting your home, or you own a single property. You're also likely eligible for common tax credits, like those for having children, paying for childcare, or student loan interest. If you don't have complex investments like a massive stock portfolio or a ton of crypto trades, and you don't run your own business, then you are the ideal candidate for this software. It's designed to be fast, affordable, and incredibly beginner-friendly. Honestly, for the majority of middle-class households, this is all you need. So, how do you actually do it? Let's walk through the process step by step. First, you need to gather your documents. This is the most important part. You'll need your W-2 from your employer, any 1099 forms if you did a little freelance work, receipts for any major expenses you think might be deductible, and statements from your bank or investment accounts. Once you have your paperwork organized, you'll go to a site like TurboTax or H&R Block and create an account. From there, the software works like an interview. It will ask you a series of simple questions about your life, your income, and your expenses. It's not asking you to know complex tax code. It's just gathering information. One of the coolest features is that you can often just take a picture of your W-2 with your phone, and the software will automatically pull all the numbers in for you. No more manual entry and typos. As you go through the questions, you'll add any deductions or credits you qualify for. Don't worry, the software is designed to help you find these. Finally, before you submit, it will do a full review and check for errors or potential red flags. Once everything looks good, you just click to submit it electronically to the IRS. That's it. Now, what makes this software so powerful? First, it does all the math for you. No more calculators and spreadsheets. It's also constantly checking for errors, making sure you haven't entered conflicting information or forgotten a crucial field. This is a huge stress reducer. The software is also programmed to find common credits and deductions you might not even know you're eligible for. It will ask questions like, did you pay for college, or did you contribute to a retirement account, to maximize your refund? Plus, if you used the same software last year, it can import all of your basic information, saving you a ton of time. One of the best features is the live refund tracker. You'll see a little box in the corner that shows you in real time whether you owe money or are getting a refund, and how that number changes with every piece of information you add. It makes the whole process feel more like a game. And of course, because you're e-filing, you'll get your refund much faster, usually within a few weeks. Okay, so tax software sounds great, but it's not for everyone. There are very specific situations where you absolutely should not use TurboTax and should seek professional help. Instead, the biggest one is if you run a business. This includes being a sole proprietor, having an LLC, or an S. Business taxes are a completely different league with their own rules, forms, and deductions. Trying to do this yourself on basic software is a recipe for disaster. Another red flag is having multiple streams of income, especially if you get a lot of 1099 forms from different clients. The more complex your income, the more likely you are to make a mistake. Do you own multiple properties, especially rental properties? That's accountant territory. Do you have a lot of investment activity, like frequent stock trading, options, or crypto? An accountant can help you navigate capital gains and losses properly. Also, if you've gone through a major life change, like a divorce, received a large inheritance, or sold a big asset, you need personalized advice. If you have unusually large deductions for things like medical expenses or business use of your home, you'll want an expert to make sure you're doing it correctly to avoid an audit. And speaking of audits, if you're already being audited by the IRS, stop what you're redoing and hire an accountant immediately. Do not try to handle that alone. This brings us to the big question. Why would you pay for an accountant when software is so cheap? Because a good accountant doesn't just file your taxes. They provide a strategy. They can actually save you more money than they cost. An accountant gets to know your entire financial picture and can offer personalized advice that software simply can't. They often find niche deductions and credits that a generic program would miss, tailored specifically to your profession or situation. A huge part of their job is proactive planning to prevent issues with the IRS in the first place. They know what triggers an audit and will make sure your return is clean and defensible. And if you ever do get that dreaded letter from the IRS, your accountant will handle it for you. Think about the time and stress it saves. They're not just looking at this year's taxes. They're helping you with long-term financial planning to legally reduce your tax burden for years to come. Ultimately, hiring an accountant is about buying peace of mind. So let's break it down one last time. TurboTax versus an accountant. TurboTax and other software are perfect if your situation is simple. It's cheap, it's fast, and it's easy to use. An accountant is for when your financial life gets more complex. They provide accuracy, strategic planning, and are the best choice for anyone with a business, investments, or complicated circumstances. One isn't better than the other. They are just tools for different jobs. I want to leave you with a quick mindset shift. We're often taught to fear taxes, but I want you to start seeing them as a sign of your own growth. If your taxes are getting more complicated, it's usually because you're earning more money, starting a business, or building wealth through investments. That's a good thing. Think of tax season as your annual financial health checkup. It's a chance to look at where your money is coming from, where it's going, and to plan for the future. When you understand your finances, you reduce your stress. Knowledge will always beat fear. Filing your taxes doesn't have to be a scary, overwhelming experience. It's about choosing the right method that fits your life right now. Whether you use software or hire a pro, the most important thing is to take control of the process instead of avoiding it. Making smart decisions about your taxes is a huge step on the path to financial freedom. You've got this. Thanks so much for watching. If this video helped you feel more confident about tax season, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on how to manage your money and build a better financial future. See you in the next one.